Before stepping into my previous role, I had never worked in early years education, nor had I taught a child with profound and multiple learning disabilities, PMLD. But when I was assigned my first caseload child who fit both categories, I felt a wave of panic. However, I firmly believe in a growth mindset, and that inclusion is both an educational and human right. I was fortunate to have attended training in London by teachers from the Chaley Heritage School who advocate that the child is the curriculum. This philosophy encouraged me to place the child's needs at the center of my teaching approach. My role involves ensuring inclusion for children with special educational needs and disabilities, or SEND, in mainstream education. Working with this child required me to re-evaluate my approach. The objectives outlined in his Education, Health and Care Plan, or EHCP, had to take precedence. I learned from him, adapting to his learning styles while remaining ambitious. Over 3 years, from nursery to year 2, he taught me invaluable lessons. For instance, I initially introduced Picture Exchange Communication System, or PECS, too early, but a speech therapist suggested sealed jars, which proved more effective. Eventually, we reached a stage where we could focus more on cognition and learning targets. I aimed to replicate classroom activities in an accessible way for him. This led to the creation of task baskets. I tend to work in threes as it seems logical to me. Lessons typically have an introduction, a main task, and a reflection, so I designed 3 baskets for him. 2 baskets contained tasks aligned with his objectives, while the third held a preferred activity. Task baskets provide structure, which I believe most of us, including children, appreciate. I aim to foster independence in my sessions, allowing him to choose which of the first 2 baskets to start with. The contents of the baskets varied based on what we were working on at the time. For example, if the class was focusing on measurement in maths, the baskets might include big and small items to sort. If the topic was rainforests, there could be animal toys or a fuzzy felt rainforest scene. The possibilities are endless, and with a bit of creativity, any class topic can be adapted to fit the baskets, meeting the child's needs and abilities. This approach is inherently inclusive, allowing the child to participate alongside peers learning the same topics. The items in the baskets can be changed depending on the lesson, while some can remain constant if they address specific child-centered objectives. Evidence of progress can be collected through photos and documented in books. This method not only supports the child's learning, but also promotes inclusivity within the classroom. I hope this insight is helpful, or at the very least, interesting.